This year for my teaching in the Collège de France, I've chosen the Book of Numbers. The Book of Numbers is the fourth book of the Torah, of the Pentateuch. The Book of Numbers deals with a lot of intriguing and important questions, and curiously it has not attracted much attention from the specialists, probably because it's a little bit confusing and probably also because it has not yet been acknowledged how important it is. What I will try to test in this teaching is how the Book of Numbers can be understood as reflecting issues of the Persian period, conflict issues, political issues, and also the rise of the Torah, of the law. The Book of Numbers starts with the account of the people, 12 tribes, and we have a lot of very precise number for each tribe. And in the second half of the book, where the first generation has died in the wilderness, because they are punished and they have to die in the wilderness, there will be a second account. And in the second account, some tribes will change drastically. They will be increasing or decreasing in a very, very important way. And the question is, what does these numbers really mean? Are they reflecting something real, or are they symbolic numbers? Is there some play between the numbers and words that they can represent? Because each letter of the Hebrew alphabet also represent a number. And nobody until now, I don't know if I can do it, but until now nobody has ever resolved the problem of these different numbers. What we can call Israel in the Persian period is not a nation anymore. We can speak about diaspora. There are people living in Babylonia, people living in Egypt, people living in Palestine, but also in Asia Minor and so on. Behind this counting and the different numbers we obtain for each tribe, probably we can investigate about several power structures. Some tribes are more powerful than others, and probably also some conflicts between some tribes. So the question is how all these different groups can belong together. Then I will try to investigate about all the stories about conflicts in the wilderness. The book in Hebrew is called Bamidbar, which means in the wilderness, in the desert. In the middle of the book we have very strange stories where the people attack all kinds of leaders. So Moses, for instance, is attacked by the people because he does not provide them with really good food, all the kind, this manna which is going down from the heaven. But they want some meat, so they are unhappy, and Moses then is unhappy with God and is complaining to God and say, I'm fed up with these people, please take this away from me, or let me die if you want. The relation between Moses and Yahweh is also very interesting, because Yahweh is giving all the responsibility to Moses, and Moses does not want to accept it. So this is a question of leadership. Who is ruling? Is it the priest in the Temple of Jerusalem? Are these lay people who are running the application of the law, for instance? Or are this a combination of both? Are these prophets who are also try to have an importance in this organization? So the different conflicts we can find in the Book of Numbers are conflicts about the establishment of a political system which is part of the Persian Empire. And then there's a third part, which is the rise of the law. The question of Judaism from the beginning until today has been how to understand and how to actualize and interpret the law. The law has been given to Moses on Mount Sinai, but has all the law been given to him? This is a question of the Book of Numbers, because the Numbers contains kind of supplements to the law. And especially one story is of much interest. There is a story in chapters 27 where the daughters of a man called Zelophehad come to Moses and say, hey, our father died, there's no son, we want to inherit his land. And Moses is a little bit intrigued because there's no law stipulating what happened in this case. So he has to go and ask Yahweh what to do. So Yahweh say, okay, maybe they're right. So you can decree that they can inherit land. So this is a story about actualization of the law. The book of Numbers then becomes a very important book, and not just a book that nobody knows what to do with. It's in a way the center of the whole Torah because it reflects how Israel should behave to the law. It's not just a law that is given once for all the time. It's a law that is, in fact, a law that needs to be actualized all the time. So this is a very important thing because often, and this maybe is kind of some actuality, often people think that they have just to apply the law how it's written. And no, it's not the fact. The law has always to be questioned, actualized, even criticized.